look like ho, I look like yes, and you look like no. Like no, like no, like no.
Let me stop playing because y'all know what the fuck it is. It's like I kept stopping and starting and stopping and starting, and I'm like, for what? For what? Like, what are you doing that for? For what? Like, they know what the fuck it is. We don't do those. But for real, this is like gonna be a good video, a good story time. I don't think I really. My last two videos weren't story times. I really haven't given y'all any story times. It's really because, like, y'all have been hoeing the kid. Like, y'all been hoeing the kid. Y'all ain't been watching my videos for real. And then some of y'all watching this video right now. I ain't gonna say no names, but some of y'all are watching this video right now and seeing that dope ass intro. And you know how that shit did, like the little click for the subscribe. Y'all seeing that shit and y'all still didn't click and subscribe. So, what's going on? What else is new? I just feel like it's time that I do my coming out story. But I have done a poll on Instagram several times over like the last 2 to 3 months, I want to say. It may have been like the last 3 or 4 months. I've been doing this poll since like off and on since around Christmas, actually. So way longer than that. But I just been like procrastinating until my channel grew more and more. And I did say that when I hit 300 subscribers, which I did, I believe, like 2 weeks ago, I said that I was going to do the coming out story. So I just put the poll up again on Instagram like 2 days ago. And I put 3 different video options, and again, the coming out story is the one that had the most votes. Because y'all messy. Y'all just messy as fuck. That's all it is. Y'all just fucking messy. But it's fine because y'all are now tuned in to The T-Cash Show. And I am T with the T, if you did not know. Period. Let's just get into it for real. I ain't gonna hold y'all up no longer. But, so this is how this goes. So, people always say you can't be born gay, or like being gay is a choice, and you know, all of that cliche shit, all of that. And here's what I think, and this is what I know, actually, not think but know, because this is my story. So I don't really care about the feedback that anyone has for this video that's negative. Overall, this is my story, this is my truth, and I'm telling it. There's no sugarcoating shit. I'm not lying in this video. I'm giving it to y'all straight up and raw, because this video can definitely help someone, give someone the courage, or give someone the confidence that I now have. And contrary to popular belief, this was not like how I am, just like a blast in the glass. It's just kind of like, it wasn't an easy road. I've always acted this way. I've never really changed or acted a certain kind of way over here, or y'all get what I'm saying. Like, I've always just been me. I didn't care. So that was never any type of confusion. The type of things that I did, my attitude, my sayings, my whole makeup, like, it wasn't any confusion. It was clear as day. But this is how the story goes. Being young, coming up as being gay. It's just like my first time, like, I believe, like, publicly saying it on, like, social media or in video form. But it's just kind of like, if you follow me on any social media, you know what the fuck it is. Like, there's no, come on now. But the first few signs of, like, me being feminine came early on set. And it was like 4 or 5 years old. I definitely would say I was in Head Start, and we had recess, of course. And when we had recess, they had clothes for us to play dress up in. Well, I do not know who this boy is. I don't know where I could find him at. But he was definitely like my closest friend in Head Start. His name was Alex. I would never forget it. And me and Alex used to always get into it though. Because every recess that would come, it's like I was always doing who was bad, and I always had to like be the last person to get up for recess. I had to like always get like 5 minutes of my recess, so everybody else would be up playing already, and I had to sit there for about 5 minutes because I didn't be in lost 5 minutes because the teacher used to take off like minute by minute of your recess. And me, I got 5 minutes taken away. Alex, little goody two shoes, lame ass, never really got in trouble for real. So I think he might have had like 2 minutes off, but here my fucking ass is with 5 points. 5 minutes off. And this is always how it was. Every single day for recess, I always had minutes off. It's like I could never just get up and go play, because I was always just bad as fuck. And I wasn't really never even bad. I just never would shut the fuck up. So I'm saying that to say, me and Alex had this silent competition, and we will always want to run to these fucking hills. Our teachers had these hills for dress up for the girls. They were like some up to your knee, like go-go pumps type. Back in the day, the cinder little blocks that was in the back of the hills. But back then, those shit was hot. It was like leather. And me and him used to always battle each other to get to those fucking shoes. And he used to always get to them first. And then the teachers always knew, like, all right, T wants those heels and Alex wants those heels too. So they used to make us like play with the heels in minute increments as little boys, 4 years old. We don't know no fucking better. It's just we want to go play with the heels. Sign one. Okay, so I would say the next sign of me being gay would have been like, I always played in the women's hair. Like when I was growing up, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, probably up to like 11 years old. I always played in my grandma's hair, my auntie's hair, my cousin's hair. I always wanted to comb it. I put twisties in their hair thinking I was braiding. I always just wanted to have my hands in their hair, trying to style their hair, combing it, parting it, putting an oil sheen in it, just playing in their hair. I just always wanted to be in their hair. And my sister used to always tell them, like, don't let him play on your hair. Get out their hair. He gonna be gay. Get out their head. They used to be like, he not gonna be gay. It's plenty of man hairstylists. There's plenty of man hairstylists. They're like, no. And my sister used to be like, no, he gonna be gay. Get out their fucking hair. So I always say, when you speak something ill of a child, you're planting a seed to sprout. So, I'm not placing the blame of me being gay on anyone else. But what I will definitely say is that a seed was planted by her saying little things like that. I'm not even blaming her, because we're going to pause and we're going to move on to school. Because even in school, the other boys used to call me gay. They used to call me faggots, gay bobs. Even some of the girls used to do it. And they were planting that seed. So here I am, 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade. Behavior-wise, okay, I'm a little behaviorally challenged. But other than that, I'm innocent. Like, I'm not really into what the other kids are in. I really have no interest in what they're talking about. I do, but I wasn't as fast as the other kids, so to speak. But I do want to say that I think what planted this seed was the fact that I was hearing, are you gay? He gonna be gay. Gay Bob, faggot, like all these things as a kid you're hearing, that's influencing your mind. You know what I'm saying? These things aren't just like rolling off your shoulders. You're noting this. You're starting to see a pattern. So what I will say is, I'm being told you're gay, he a faggot, gay bob, girly, sissy, all of the fucking above. In school, being taunted in school, and I'm also going home to it because my older sister is saying the same thing. So I'm hearing it all day long. You gay. You gay. I'm saying you a faggot this, you a faggot that. This is all you hear about yourself. Pause. We're going to move that to the left. We're going to go to the next bullet point. But fix that in your mind. I didn't have any male role models. My father went to prison when I was 4 years old. So it was kind of like me and my father had a bond up until like 4 years old, I would kind of say. But even then, I've always been a mama's boy. Like, I used to cry for my mama. Like, anytime she would leave, anytime I would go with anybody else, I, like, had separation issues. I did not want to separate from my mama. And, like, ever. I would much rather be with my mother over my father any day. That's how it was then. That's how it is now. It's never changed. I've always been, like, to mama hit, pretty much. And so, when my dad went to prison, it was kind of like, that was really only the only source of that male guidance that I had. Because, yeah, I had a grandfather over here. Yeah, I had a great-grandfather over here. But they old as hell. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, it's not your father. Like, no one can ever fill the place of a parent, whether it's a mother or a father. No one could ever fill those shoes. No matter what, if it's your grandmother, your uncle, your auntie, foster mom, it will never, ever fill that space of the person of whose seed you were and whose fetus you were carried in. You know what I'm saying? Those two things could never be replaced. And so, yeah, you could try to put me with men or group me with men and try to have male role models around me that'll be around temporarily or at the moment. But they're not my father. None of these men are going to take the time that my father would take to show me the ropes of what it means to be a straight man. If y'all following me. Because every time I brought that up, like, you know, I didn't have no male role models. My sister and my mom and them wanted to, like, kind of, like, rebuttal what I'm saying, was kind of telling me, or countering what I'm saying by telling me, oh, you know, well, you had this grandpa, you had this uncle. Like, they wasn't fucking there for real. Like, no. I was my sister's shadow. My mom went to work 9 to 5, and when she got off of work, she went to school. She didn't come home till about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. By the time she came home from school and work, I'm in the bed asleep to go to school in the morning. I ran the streets with my sister and all of her female friends. We're going to move on forward. And I'm not even using these things as an excuse, because some people could counter that with saying, okay, well, you know, my brother had all women, or my cousin had all women, he's not gay, or he's not gay. You can't compare everyone's life, because everyone, when God placed us in the womb and created our makeup, he didn't give us all the same needs and wants and the attention needs, if you get what I'm saying. So just because little Tay, a little DJ, little Q, just because he was fine and he was good and his mama might have put him in football or whatever the case may have been, or even if he didn't go to football, even if he stayed and I was going to play the game like I did with his sister in the other room with her friends. Just because he turned out how society says he should doesn't mean that's the same case for the next person's life. because I have different needs and a different attention needs that I need. So, you really can't compare me or my situation to anybody else because you're not the same identical shoes or the identical makeup. This is another thing that people kind of find like humorous or comical, but it's serious. In my household, it's only me, my mom, and my sister. We're close. Well, we were close when I was younger. Before like high school, middle school, high school. So, my sister always like walked around in her panties. It was nothing. My mom walked around in her panties. It was nothing. T-shirt and panties. It was nothing. But it's kind of like I never was looking at them in that manner, and I never even thought to look at them in that manner. And I'm such a mama's boy and a grandma's boy. It's kind of like I automatically put all women on a pedestal. And that's why till this day, I say that I am a feminist. Because I put women on pedestals. I respect women more than I do men. And I will be the first one to say that. I would always give a woman a position before I give a man a position. And that's just my viewpoints on it. And so I applied that same energy of not wanting to look at my mother or my sister in those type of manners of like their body. Not saying that I would ever look at them like that, but I applied that same energy, I believe, with all women. Like, I was just so programmed to not thinking that way about women because I'm so used to seeing my mom and my sister. And so it's kind of like, I'm not looking at any women I'm not looking at any women like that at this point because I'm putting y'all all in the same caliber as I would put my mom and my sister. So when you hear the rap songs and the men degrading women and things like that, that didn't appeal to me. I wanted to sing the Destiny's Child. It's a soldier in here. Where they at? They're trying to take care of me. Where they at? Okay. Fantasia. B.A. This goes out to all my baby mamas. That song. Those are the kind of songs that I wanted to listen to. You feel me? To the left. The women empowerment type songs. So I never ever really wanted to look at women in a sexual standpoint. I think that also was a key in this. I think with that same, just to piggyback on that, I definitely think that I trained my mind to be like that because with all these songs of men degrading women or how women are portrayed as like sexual beings on television, just in the media period, it's just kind of like, I always felt like, yuck, I don't want men to look at my mom or my sister or my aunt or my grandma or my cousins like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all looking at my female relatives as like dogs and just like sexual objects. And so that also to me was a key factor because I don't want people looking at my mom or my sister or my family like that. I'm not going to look at your female relatives like that either because I want to give you the same respect that I want you to give my women over here. This is not for y'all who think I'm crazy for the way that I'm thinking. This is my truth and this is my story and this is how I thought coming up. I was a kid then. Eventually, I slowly but surely started to begin to judge my peers, the boys around me. I started to judge their appearance. I'm only at that point I was still about 7, 8 years old, 9 years old, stuff like that. But I started to secretly judge boys' appearances around the 4th grade for sure. And because I was beginning to question myself, like, well, am I gay? Do I like boys? Like, am I a faggot? Like, people really don't understand that the things that you say to children sticks. So, like I said, again, I'm not blaming my sister, my mama. I'm not blaming nobody. But I'm saying for everyone who called me gay or called me a fag or called me this or called me that, I definitely all think it was like stirring a pot. Mind you, I was already playing in the hills and shit prior to anybody ever calling me gay because nobody ever even knew in my family that I played in the hills at school with Alex. And the teachers never told them either because my dad was such a macho man and he wasn't in prison yet. It never ever came up. But yes, in Head Start, I was playing dress up in the girl clothes. And 4th grade, I was putting on my mom fucking 5-inch thigh-high leather pumps, acting as if I was on Bad Girls Club on a reunion flow beating up Natalie. Shit like that. As a little kid. Like, I'm saying innocent. I'm just doing what I feel comfortable doing. That's the type of stuff that I did. So when people sit up here and say, oh, you chose to be gay, or it's a choice, it pisses me off because for some people, yes, they do want to experiment and choose that because they just freaky as hell. But you can't take that and give that to everybody. That's not everybody's circumstances. No, I wasn't molested. No, I wasn't raped. None of that. It's the fucking cards that I was dealt. But I guess what I did, I took those cards and I owned them. And when you own them fucking cards, can't nobody say shit to you. But keep watching because I'm not done. I definitely tried to fight it for so long. Like, I definitely tried to fight the fact that I knew in the back of my head that I'm starting to be attracted to boys. As I started getting older and I started for sure entering like puberty, like 5th, 6th grade, and my hormones really started coming into attack, it was like that thought in the back of my head that you might like boys started getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Especially when I started getting on social media. So I was like the 4th, 5th grade with a Facebook, and my mom kept deleting my page. I had a Facebook in the 2nd grade. Hell, I had a cell phone in the 2nd grade. I was the only kid in 2nd grade who had a cell phone, so I've always been advanced. So when I was exposed to these things on social media like Facebook and Twitter and just all of these things, and I'm seeing these boys who go to my school who all the girls think are just cute, posting pictures on Facebook with their 6-packs and shit, and water running down their body after the shower, the S-curls, like, biting their lip and shit. Like, to me, hearing the girls talk about that, and I'm already not looking at y'all like that, and y'all already think I'm gay, and it's already this little seed in the back of my head think I might like boys, and now my hormones are kicking in, so I'm starting to know, like, okay, what I like and what I don't like. That fucking fire started turning on up. It started turning on up. And as it started turning on up, I definitely believe I became more and more feminine. I was getting more comfortable as I got older and older and older. Because it got to a point to where you can't tell me shit. Because at this point in time, I was still living in the hood. So, I had it. I got it rough. Like, when you're in middle school, it's close settings. So, with all of the suicide and things that's going on, like the boy Nigel who just killed himself, I definitely do not condone suicide, but everybody can't handle that pressure. And everybody don't understand that pressure makes diamonds. And I don't know how I understood that, but I just always had the confidence. I've always been at home scrapping with my sister. My sister have always been a bitch who was beating up bitches in the street. So it was just kind of like, you're not going to punk me. I'm not no punk. Like, I may be feminine, I may be girly, but I will fuck you up, okay? I'm not playing with you. So anytime anybody tried to be slick in middle school, I was clap back. You want to be slick? Clap back. Oh, you snicker when I walk past? Clap back. Like, I'm on your ass. What's funny? Excuse me, something funny? If you got something to say, you can say it to me. I'm saying I was always on that ass. Like, you're not going to be funny with me, bitch. That's what you're not going to do. And when you get to that point, you're, trust, you know you are getting comfortable and you are getting fed up and you are reaching that boiling point. Because for me, when I really just started clapping back on people and getting into the fights and just straight disrespecting niggas' whole existence, like just reading them for fucking filth, head to toe, your whole appearance, motherfuckers start respecting you. Because, see, I kind of feel like respect is earned, but when you are considered to be, like, part of a minority or, like, an alternative lifestyle, it's harder for you to earn respect. So you got to take it. And that's the fuck I did. You're going to give me the respect that I deserve. But I'm going to give you the same respect that I want you to give me. Just because you won't give me what you want, I'll be the bigger person. I'll take the higher role. But bitch, I will read you first. So you can know I'm not playing with you. You can get the fucking line with everybody else. Is how I looked at it at 12, 13 years old. So I started having school fights, of course, because of my mouth and because of their mouth, and you just wasn't going to disrespect me. So we can't fight. And that's when I started having them school fights and just let motherfuckers know, like, I'm not no pushover, I'm not a punk. It's kind of like, is when I just started getting more and more respect, and I started being more and more comfortable. And so it got to the point to where, you know, in middle school, now my mom's not really caring about me having social media. So now I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter. Hell, and now I'm learning about porn and stuff like that. And here's a whole nother door opening. So, like, I seen the Players Club young, just all of this stuff. Like, I just always had exposure to nudity growing up around my great-grandparents and my grandparents. And so, I definitely would say that as I got into, like, 7th and 8th grade, I knew for a fact. By 7th, 8th grade, I knew. At first, it was kind of like, hey, maybe I like boys and girls. And at that point, I was watching Pornhub and stuff like that because it was what the boys were doing. Like, all the boys talked about watching porn. And so I was watching straight porn for the longest until I seen on Pornhub in the top right corner, it was a link that said gay porn. And I clicked it. And at 13, 14 years old, I'm not gonna get explicit at all, but I would definitely say the reaction that I had to the gay porn and the reaction that I had to the straight porn was definitely a significant difference in between the two reactions that I experienced between watching the two. And at that point, I feel like I knew. I continued to deny it. I continued to deny it. And I continued to deny it. But I knew. It was the hardest thing to just, like, kind of keep that closeted and mute it. And it's just kind of like, until you are in that type of situation, you can never know. It's just like, I don't even like thinking about all the things that I went through with family, school, fighting, switching schools, moving out, moving back in. That's going to be a part 2 because it's not, people think that being gay is a choice, but the reality of it is, I tried hanging with the boys. I tried playing basketball when I went to gym class instead of playing with the girls cheerleading and talk about the boys on the sideline. I tried that. When I tried to hang with the boys, I stuck out like a sore thumb. The boys didn't want to hang with me. I was too feminine. I couldn't help that. I don't know how to change how I am as a kid. I don't know how to act like something that I'm not. When you're a kid, it's hard to be something that you're not. You only just know to just do you and act. You don't know that what you're doing is wrong until people start telling you over and over again that you're whatever you're supposed to be. You're wrong. What you're doing is wrong. But at that point, it's like I'm already trained and to this certain point to where I'm used to acting like this. How do you just stop and change? You don't. You own who you are. I've always been very social. So if the boys don't want to hang with me, they don't want to play with me for real, that's fine, because the girls would love to have me. They would love to have tea with the tea. They would love to have me come over there and gossip with them and kick it with them and play in their hair and sing Nicki Minaj with them. Because, see, that's another thing. I've been a Nicki Minaj freak since the 2nd grade. The 2nd grade. I think the 2nd grade, it was like 2007 when I was in the 2nd grade. I want to say. Yep, because I graduated 2017. So in 2nd grade would have been 2007. I've been fucking with Nicki Minaj since 2007. Baby, this been me, okay? So how I came out, that was a good little bridge into this, how am I coming out? So I've always just been a Nicki Minaj freak. She's just always been so unapologetic. Like, she is her and she own it. Like, she gonna say what she wanna say. You're gonna respect her. She's gonna, it's just like, it's no muting her. She does what she wants to do. And to me, I've always just loved that. Because that is me. You can't tell me shit about who I am. I know who I am. I am secure in myself. I'm 100% over here. Okay? And when you get to that point is when no name that anyone calls you, no matter what someone says about you, what someone does to you, if you know who you are, it rolls off your shoulders. It rolls off your shoulders. The name calling, when you own it and you just say, yep, I am a faggot. Yep, I am gay. Yep, I do like boys. Yep. You just take it all in and embrace it. They don't have anything else to say about you. They can't hurt you with things that you're owning. You feel me? So at this point, when I'm in an argument with someone day to day, you say, oh, gay, you're faggot. Bitch, like, you lost this argument, and now I'm about to read you, because that's all you can say about me. You can't call me ugly, you can't call me broke, you can't call me this, you can't call me that. Only thing you can say is gay. But I can say 1,000,001 things about you, and let's get started. To piggyback off of that, the year that I came out was the year that Nicki Minaj was a judge on American Idol, was Mariah Carey. And I never really gave a fuck about American Idol, and I was only really watching American Idol because Nicki Minaj was the judge. And so it was just kind of hard for me to watch American Idol with Nicki Minaj, my idol, every single week or whatever. I think it was 2 times a week, every week. And it was just kind of hard for me to watch her episode by episode tell all of these people on American Idol who come on her audition and people who's making it far, the people who make it to the finalists. For them, for her to preach to everyone to just own who you are. Like, just be you. Don't let anyone ever change anything about you. Like, forget what anyone says about you. You are the shit. Own it. Like, the messages that she had for people who were coming on the show auditioning just because she was a judge, they were so powerful. And me, laying at home as a viewer watching this on TV, I was taking those messages like, be you. You cannot help who you are. You can't make anyone accept who you are. But you will never be comfortable until you own who you are. And you can't live your life unhappy or walking on eggshells or not being who you are, because you will never live to your full potential if you don't be who you're meant to be. Or if you don't own who you are and embrace it and grow from it and learn from it and use those as stepping stones or blocks, you can never, ever reach your full potential. Then you just be the best that you can be and own who you are. That's the key message. Own who you are. When you get to that point, you just be the best that you can be, and you just work your ass off, and you just show up and show out like you're supposed to. You be extra. You be over the top. You just show who you really are. People will cling to that. People cling to authenticity. When you be real, people cling to it. And people will always, like, praise you, and you will be bigger when you are just unapologetically you. And that's what Nicki Minaj was saying in so many words to every person on the show who she had a message for, who was different. And I just took this message, and I don't give a fuck no more. Like, at this point, we just have to get this shit cracking. The quicker we get this over with, the quicker we can move past this, and we could grow from here. But the longer I procrastinate with this and lie about this, it will never get any easier the older I get. And so, I came out of the closet as being gay in the 8th grade. I told myself I was not going to the age of 14, moving on into high school with that baggage hidden and put up and closeted, and this feeling of, like, insecurity, because I'm not an insecure person. I'm very secure. I'm very confident. Like, so for me to have this big secret, it's such a big part of me, it's making me feel like I'm a coward. It's making me feel like I want to, like, just ball up and just, I don't know. It just make me want to be. It makes me feel vulnerable, and I don't like feeling vulnerable. I like to be on top of things. I like to be in control, and so I was not feeling like I was in control until I told that, because I feel like when I'm on the phone with my girls, or I'm on the phone with a boy, I'm always speaking in third person, referring to this boy as them, they. It's never a he or a she. I'm never specific on the gender that I'm talking about. It's always a they, them, all of that. And when you get to that point, you about to come out. It's like it's to the point where you're watching your words so closely that you're walking on eggshells when you talk, when you open your mouth, when you walk, and your whole existence, you are walking on eggshells because you're like at your breaking point and you're almost ready to say it. And so I didn't want it to, like, my sister to be, because she was always lurking on my social medias. I had her blocked on Twitter. I had her blocked on Instagram because she was always just, like, watching and, like, trying to just get information to take back to my mom about me possibly being gay. Like, girl, get you a fucking life. You are 7 years older than me. Who is so obsessed with some shit like that? Like, when I'm ready to tell you, I will. I put my mom and I put my sister in a group chat. Yes, I did. In a group chat for text messages, and I simply text them, I'm gay, with a period. And sent it. 2 words, with a period. That's all it was to it. And of course, as I thought, my sister was going to be the first one who responded, as she was, with her messy ass. And her response was, wow, so what finally made you decide to come out? My mom didn't respond for like hours. I think she responded like 3 hours later. And she responded and she was like, so you can actually see yourself having sex with a man. And so I didn't respond to her text message. The next morning, mind you, I was in my grandpa's apartment when I sent him the text message. The next morning, my sister called my grandpa on the phone. I was not ready to tell my grandpa yet. I was not ready to tell anyone besides my immediate family at the time. My mother and my sister, my household. Get this, team. My sister called my grandfather the next day while I was at his apartment still. Around 10 a.m., we had just finished eating breakfast. Positive, we are on a good note. She calls my grandpa and asks, and tells my grandpa, no, she asked him, like, did Poppy tell you? Because my family called me Poppy. Did Poppy tell you? And he was like, telling me what? Like, he confused. She's like, oh, well, if he didn't tell you, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to let him tell you. And then she was like, your sister said you got something to tell me? And I was like, no, but I already knew what he was talking about. I could have thrown up. Like, my stomach dropped. But I could have just, like, hurled immediately. Like, why would you do that? What on God's green earth possessed you to step out of your fucking lane to feel like it was your job to call and report that to him? Especially when me and my grandfather are extremely close. Don't you think that this is something you should let me be able to tell him on my own time when I'm comfortable and ready to? At this point, you're going out of your way to force me out of the closet to the entire family. Like, that's something I've moved past in life, but it just got me upset a little bit because it pisses me off every time I think about it. But she then tells my grandfather, ask Poppy if it's something that he has to tell you. He turns to me and he said, your sister said it's something you got to tell me. I'm like, nope, I'm standing on what I said. She tells him, well, okay, I got to go to work at 3 o'clock. So before I go to work, on my way to work, around 2:30, I'm going to call you back. And I'm going to ask you, did he tell you? And if he ain't tell you by then, I'm just going to tell you. Bitch? What kind of shit is that? You insensitive fuck is how I pretty much felt. But moving on from there, I think when I entered high school, it was kind of like I was very open with it. I was going to Detroit Public Schools, but I was going to a magnet school. It's called Renaissance High School, so it's a little bit more leeway. It wasn't really ghetto and hood in here, so to speak, because your ass would get kicked out. They're not playing that in here. But then I left that school and I went to I moved with my dad. They called my mom and them called themselves, like, let me go move with my dad. I just always said, I hate living with y'all, but I only said I hate living with them because they used to always just like put so much pressure on me for being gay. So I hate living with y'all. So then they told my dad that I told them that I was gay, and they shipped me off to go live with him. It backfired. I came back home, went to a different school. This school, CMA, it was really ghetto, child. It was really hood, really urban. And so I was still myself here because regardless of where I've gone or where I've moved or where I've attended or where I've been, I've always been myself, like I said. So then I left that school and I moved to the suburbs, Westland. I went to this school that's kind of like, it was like kind of predominantly white. And so at this point, I could be who I wanted to be. I know I can be what I want to be. And so I got to this school. It was kind of like I was free to be who I wanted to be. Nobody cared that you was gay. It's white kids here. It's black kids here. And these white folks are not playing with that judgmental shit. Your ass will be kicked out for that bullying. They not playing. Child, I dyed my hair red. I went and got a tongue ring. I got my nose double pierced. Well, I had it just single pierced at the time. I just was just like rebellious. I would just turn flamboyant because my mom and my sister was giving me such a hard time about being gay, always being funny. So when I started hitting like 17, 18, like my junior and my senior year, I was on like a binge to show y'all I can do what the fuck I want to do. I'm almost out your house. I'm about to be gone. I even went as far as signing up for the Navy. That's how I got into the Navy, because I was so trained in my mind that I'm getting the fuck on from y'all, because I'm about to just live my life and be who I want to be. I ain't depending on y'all for shit. I'm moving far, far away. I'm from the tour of the country, and y'all not gonna hear from me. Since I'm so much of the problem, I'll leave. It's how I pretty much felt. And so I went to the Navy, but by the time I went to the Navy, we were back cool, so I came back home. But I definitely would say that they drove me going to the Navy because of all the pressure and like the clothes and me in type of feeling, to where I felt really secluded and I felt alone. Like, I didn't really have nobody to talk to with my friends, but you know, you fall out with those and then they throw it up in your face. And so I had a handful of friends. I had my cousin that I went to, but for the most part with my immediate family, my mom, my sister, my father, stuff like that, I really just felt alone. Like, I was dealing with issues on my own. I started fighting all the time in school. I started getting into a lot of drama, just a lot of just social issues, because I was just so tired of being fucked with. I was tired of going home and being tormented for being gay. I was tired of the black boys in my white school being funny about me being gay and being with the hood girls, and them saying I'm the one boy who with the pretty girls in the school, but the hood niggas want to be with the pretty girls, and then they faggot ass friend always in the mix with them. So I was fighting them, fighting females. It was just like, I just got to a point where I just wanted to fuck everybody up. You want to fight? You want to fight? Bitch, who you talking to? Bitch, who you talking to? It was all because I was just dealing with so much everywhere I turned, revolving around me being gay. And thank God I was confident enough not to kill myself. Thank God I didn't turn to hard drugs like cocaine, because being gay, people don't understand, it's just so much more to it than just saying you're gay. Like, this shit comes with a whole lifestyle. Like, the STDs, the drugs, like, coke is real. Like, these gay boys out here are really strung out on coke. Like, it's a epidemic. And, like, they turn to the Vogue, the gay families, and a lot of these gay boys turn to these gay families who really just want to fuck on them and just have sex with them and just make them think that they're a great role model for them. And it's all because these boy or girls, they don't have any guidance because their family turn their backs on them when they find out that they're gay. And so a lot of these people turn to the streets and try to search for guidance in the wrong places. And so, thank God that wasn't the case for me, but that has been the case with a lot of people. And it's really, really sad. Like, I'm not judging anyone because people are truly just dealing with the cards they were dealt as best as they know how. And so, this is my coming out story about how I came out to my family. Current day, 2019, like, it's all good, fine and dandy. Like, everyone knows. It's no second guessing it. I own it. I don't care. I wish a motherfucker would say something to me about it, because I will get you together and let you know there ain't shit new and fall in line or get the fuck on. And that's just that. So give me feedback, thumbs up, comment, subscribe. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. I really don't want to make a part 2 to this, because this was already long as hell. But I hope you all found this interesting. I hope you all found this helpful and uplifting and motivating. I do want to just leave a note with saying that I am 20 years old. I do work in corporate. Let me just see. I just want to leave this note. I just want you to know that you can overcome anything, right? I've been through a lot, like drama, fighting, family issues, like all kind of stuff. I have my immediate family speak down on me. I've had my father speak down on me and say what I was going to do in life, what I was and what I wasn't going to be in life. I'm past all of that now, but this is just all thing. These are all things that I went through. And so I want to just say, with me, it's 2019. I graduated high school in 2017. Minimum wage here in Michigan is $9.45. I make way above $9.45, like more than $5-6 more than $9.45, and it's just like I am just doing so well. So, as well as gay as being a curse, it's also a blessing. I've had numerous awards. I went to the Navy. No one acted funny towards me in the Navy because I was gay. No one cares. It's life. We're grown. Like, it is what it is. And so, for anyone who may be feeling insecure or feeling like they don't know where to turn with being a part of the LGBT, you're young, you don't know how to come out, please, 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 please reach out to me. I have a certificate in suicide prevention. I also have awards for being a peer facilitator. I am a great mentor, a great guider, especially for my peers. And hell, I even guide people who are older than me. So please turn to me. Don't feel like you're alone. Don't do anything irrational. Don't run away. There's always solutions and things that you can do to just get by until you can get over. You feel me? I'm going to leave this video on that positive note. Comment, subscribe, share this video, and just let me know what the fuck is going on. Thanks for tuning into the TeeKashShow, and stay tuned for the next video. I have a whole roster for y'all because I have missed y'all.